So Disney Plus's Launchpad, 6 short films from 6 different filmmakers. The shorts aren't connected, it's about very different characters from Muslim immigrants to teenage vampires. It's all possible in this short film series. So this thing sounded very interesting to me because it sounds like 6 people were given an opportunity to tell a personal story and have it get exposure on the Disney Plus platform. Whenever I hear that, I think bring it on, because keeping creative forces do their thing as much as possible within a multi-billion-dollar company is always a good thing to me. So I wanted to give my quick thoughts on these 6 shorts. Is it worth the 2 hours? Because 6 times 20 minutes, that makes for 2 hours. Is it worth it at all? Hi fellow Disney Plus watchers, this is Thoughts After a Disney Plus Watch, where we review everything new Disney Plus coming out, and I'm glad you're watching. I will keep my thoughts completely spoiler free, just to be sure that you can watch this if you are still deciding if you want to watch these short films. Overall, I'm pretty mixed on it. The short films vary from absolutely amazing to really bad in my opinion, and unfortunately there's only one short that I would call absolutely amazing. What I like about these shorts is that most of them take a particular culture, put it in an American context, and that results in mostly very nice looking shorts visually. The shorts are also very different from one another, except that they're pretty much all about identity somehow. Now, we know Disney for putting identity politics into media as much as they can. I'm not going to knock on that here because I don't think it's fair to dismiss these pieces of art just for having this politics in it. Let's go over all the shorts real quick and I will keep things as vague as I can. By the way, a special thanks to my returning viewers, as this week I crossed 100 subscribers. It means more than you know. Thank you so much, really. And if you're new, this is a channel that's specifically and absolutely only Disney Plus thoughts and reviews. Episode per episode, we all watch together. You'll have an idea on what to expect. Click that button and that bell if you want to follow along. Thank you so much. So American Eid is about a Muslim family that has to adjust having to celebrate Eid in America. The interesting thing about this short are the 2 main sisters, both dealing with this culture shift very differently. One embraces her heritage and the other tries to push it away. The short is ultimately about a clash between cultures, but even more about a clash between sisters. It's not the most memorable thing, as the way the final message is delivered is pretty on the nose in my opinion, and the little girl didn't learn how to act yet. That's okay, but it's just true. The idea was interesting though. Dinner is Served is about a Chinese student trying to make his way as a waiter after being a cleaner in the kitchen for a very long time, and this short is actually pretty terrible. Now let me explain. Not in terms of filmmaking or acting or stuff like that, that's all fine, but it's the message this movie tries to bring over that doesn't fit the story at all. One of the characters in the story tries to make a point about embracing his own culture instead of chasing the American way, but the whole situation wasn't something tied to the American way, not at all. When the short film ended, I was staggered how bad it actually ended up being. If you've seen it already, you can probably relate, but that final scene was so awkward in light of the rest of the film. Maybe I'm missing something, but I can't remember seeing a film where the message and the story were so disconnected. It was like seeing someone trying to put their foot into a glove. Growing Fangs is about a teenage half vampire and half human who is struggling to keep her identity hidden. This one is also a nice try, but pretty bad. The lead character is really charismatic, but that's about it in my opinion. The humor doesn't hit, and the final scene, oh my god, it's really bad. When you get to the final scene and ultimately figure out what message this short is pursuing, well, the only thing you can do is roll your eyes, I'm afraid. The Last of the Chupacabras is amazing. So this one is about a Mexican-American woman who is the only one around holding on to her culture. She's lonely and finds comfort in an animal called the Chupacabra. This beast is made from wood and strings, and the movie is ultimately a love letter to both puppet performance and Mexican culture, and it's just so lovely. I love this short and I'm going to rave about it for a while, I can imagine. If you don't have the time to watch these shorts but one, go for this one, trust me. The ending's got a pretty powerful message delivered in an extremely original and funny way. Go see this one. Let's Be Tigers is about a young woman babysitting a little boy who she has some fun with and can connect with, and that's all I'm gonna say. The acting of both the women and the little kid is really good and felt very real. This short movie is touching and it's just that and not much more. Watch this for some great acting. The Little Prince or Princess is a short about a boy that just enjoys ballet, dolls and pink dresses. Well, fine, right? Well, not for this one family that he comes in contact with. So by describing the very basic premise, I think you get where this story can go. The messaging is pretty on the nose and didn't strike me as very thoughtful or nuanced or nothing like that. I was wondering if there would be any messaging about trans people, as this wasn't about a trans boy per se, but just came to mind because but I like that the creators didn't go the trans route. It was fine as it is. I think that would be way too much. But yeah, this one's not for me. Was too on the nose. Maybe you've noticed that I use the word messaging quite a lot. Well, I don't want to sound bitter, but most of these shorts seem to exist to get a point across as obvious as possible. and that's a shame. While being very colorful and sometimes quite original, overall this short film series is not one that I would recommend. Go see The Last of the Chupacabras. That one is by far the best, the funniest, the most thoughtful and beautiful of them all. I'm thinking about wrapping this up. I will be here for The Bad Batch tomorrow, and oh, let me ask you, how many of you are actually interested in a review of Cruella? Let me know in the comments, because if I will do Cruella, it will be like this Monday. I'm pretty late to the party. Should I bother? Please let me know in the comment section. Did you like this video? Then all it takes is to click that blue little hand down there. Thanks. For now, have a wonderful day and see ya!